Всем привет! Я очень рада, что сейчас вы смотрите или слушаете данный подкаст. Этим подкастом мы открываем серию видео о жизни в Америке, об обучении, о бытовых всяких вопросах. И эти видео основаны на опыте одного человека, который там проживает. Я надеюсь, что вам они понравятся. Сегодня в рамках подкаста Lingua Class мы поговорим с моей хорошей приятельницей, моей любимой Лианой, которая живет в Вирджинии и является студенткой университета в Вирджинии, Virginia Commonwealth University, ну или Государственный университет Вирджинии. Well, let's discuss some frequently asked questions, and the first question will be about the driving license. Do you have one, and is it easy to get them, and do you know the main differences between a driving license in Russia, how to get it, and in America, if you know it?
Right. I do have driver's license. Where I live, you can't really go around without it, so you need a car anywhere you go, because the bus system, the public transportation is pretty bad. Yeah, it's gonna take you an hour to get to one bus. Yeah. I mean, if you live in a big city, it's not a problem. So there's metro,
Okay, big cities, what?
Like New York, Boston, Chicago, Miami, anything big.
And in Miami also, yeah?
Yeah, I think even Richmond is not that bad. DC is not bad. So like anything big, anything touristy. But where I lived in Virginia Beach, non-existent. So you need a car. The distances are pretty big. So anywhere you would go to, so you're trying to go to a grocery shop, that's like 20 minutes away car drive. But Texas is even bigger and more spread out. As far as getting it, it's not that difficult, I think.
People say that it's very easy.
It's super easy. So you don't
to
have
get them in America.
Right. You don't have people who want money for it. You literally go to DMV and you take the test. It's a theoretical test. It's a pretty thin manual that you learn with the main rules and
so
traffic rules, anything you need to know.
But about practice, how to drive?
It's a computerized test, right? You take the test, they give you a learner's permit. Learner's permit means that you have someone in the car with you while you're driving.
But what about the rules? Are they really difficult to learn or not?
They're pretty easy. So
because in Russia,
there's not a lot there's not a lot of science. There's not a lot of rules. There are main things like you gotta know how far away you gotta park from a fire hydrant, how far away you need to stay from an ambulance, or you need to pull over on the side of the road when there's an ambulance, there's a police car driving. They're very self-explanatory, very logical rules. It's really not that bad. And there's like the signs are not bad either. A lot of signs have like things literally written on it, like stop, speed limit, 40 miles an hour.
I love that rules because it's really easy to understand in some difficult situation.
Yeah,
when
so
you should think
the
over
roads
it
actually
quickly.
have lines. Like they have lanes that are marked in them, so like that's nice. Like here, I don't know, is it one lane, is it two, is it three? Does depend on the time of the day. There, it's very, very straightforward. So no, it wasn't bad. And then you get learner's permit, and then once you feel ready that you're like, okay, I'm ready to take the driving test, you go back to DMV. There's a lady that sits in the car with you, and then you drive around the DMV. She tells you, okay, turn left, turn right, go there, here, and, as long as you keep the speed limit, you stop where you need to stop, you're good.
But what about the age? The age when you can...
So, 16?
16. So...
Yeah.
In the whole United States... on the whole territory?
Yeah, it's 16 years old.
Separate, it's
No,
different?
it's 16 years old. So it's different how you get driver's license. So from what I know, I've been in the United States since I was 19, so I don't really know how you get it before then. But talking to some people that I know, so when you're 16, it's a little bit different. So there are classes in their high schools that have like driver's license classes. So they take certain practice driving and rules and whatnot, and they have to go to court. They have to see the victims of drunk driving. They have to talk to them. They have to see the videos. Gosh. Yes, they have to see the aftermath of what happens when you're irresponsible about driving.
I think it works.
I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty scary. So they look at the dead bodies. They talk to people who lost their loved ones to drug driving. Yeah. But after 18, you just literally take the test. And like I said.
Yeah, I just want to get to know, is it true that you can pass the test with your friend or a part of a family when you pass the driving exam?
Can you take it with the person in the car?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I don't think so. No.
Oh.
I don't think there's anybody in the car.
I thought it could happen.
No, I think it's just whoever works at DMV and you.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's how it was for me.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the next question. It's frequently asked questions. Okay. Does anyone in America talk unclearly about the accent? What can you say about accent of different people from different states?
So every state has their own accent. Even every town really has their own accent. So you can clearly hear people from the South because they have that Southern accent. I can hear people from Boston because the way they talk, the way they say bear, like certain words, you can hear it. Yeah. You can hear people from New York. You can hear people from Chicago, from California.
Okay, do you like Britain English?
British?
British, yeah. British.
Can I hear it?
Yeah, and do you like it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, yes. That's the most attractive accent there is. Yeah.
I don't know why. I just
oh my god, it's so hot.
Kind of thought before about it, about the beauty of this accent.
Everybody loves British accent. Like everybody in America is obsessed with British and Australian
Everyone
accent.
told me about it.
Yeah. I've talked to people from New Zealand, but it's really, really hard to understand them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, there are plenty of accents. It's sort of hard to understand some people, and it also depends on the race. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, it's hard to understand people that are black.
Yeah, it's about me. It's
like, we're not being racist, but it's really hard to understand them.
Yeah, but lately you can just understand some parts of their speech. Okay, and let's talk about education, certainly.
All right.
It's really interesting. Can you choose some classes? Can you choose different classes? Speaking about your preferences, what do you want to choose? Or you have limited list of classes?
I mean, when you go in, you can pick a major. You can pick the undefined, like that you didn't make up your mind about the major. Mm-hmm. But you pick a major, say for me it was biology, and there is a list. So you need to take 120 credits. Each credit can be anywhere from 1 credit to 3 credits to 4 credits, depending on the class. If it has a lab, if it has just, like a stupid class like public speaking, that would be 1 credit, something like that. But it has a list of classes that you have to take. Mm-hmm. And it has a list of classes that are your options. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm taking biology, right? I could go the human biology route, or I could go the oceanography route. So I could do like all, about turtles and all that stuff, or plants, or I could learn, for me, it was medicine. So I was taking more of a human-related classes. Mm-hmm. But certain classes you have to take, but it's up to you when you want to take them. So I make my own semesters. So this semester I want to take English, I want to take history, and I want to take Bio 1, I want to take physiology or virology, anything I want. So
you make your own,
you make your own schedule based on time. So there's also different times that are available. People work, so you can have classes at night, you can have classes in the morning, you can have both. Like, it works around your schedule.
Okay. Well, speaking about traveling, is it true that people in the United States travel a lot? And speaking about their retirement, when people retire, do they travel really a lot?
I haven't retired yet, so I don't really know. I mean,
it's
it
a
depends.
picture, yeah?
It depends, yeah. I think overall, I've seen a lot of people do a whole lot of traveling. Maybe not so much early on, but around 40s. Yeah, a lot of people go on cruises.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people go to Europe, so...
But it depends on the age, or no?
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess older people, yeah, they do retire. I mean, they have the good retirement. Like, there's plenty of people who still work in Walmart or something. And that's pretty unfortunate. So, but if you saved up, a lot of people do go to Europe and other countries. But majority of people stay within the country or they go to something tropical. Like, majority of people, if you ever talk to them, they've never been to Europe. They don't even know that lifestyle. They don't understand it. They don't understand people from there. It's very, like, single-minded.
And so I can ask you about their learning in other languages. Do American people learn foreign languages, or do they really know only one language, monolingual?
So in school, they technically do have, most of them do have Spanish. Some of them have Spanish and some other language. I mean, they're very lucky in the way that they can actually pick the language they want to learn. They even have Russian in schools if they want to.
Yeah?
So, yeah, it's not just English, German. So, so they can do French, they can do Portuguese, like anything they want, really. There's so many languages. They can do Chinese, like anything they want. But the thing is, majority of them have Spanish in school. And, I mean, they learn it just to get the grade. Most of them don't speak more than just English. So
Only
it's just English for most people, yeah. So maybe some Spanish just because Mexico is right there, but nothing really, no.
It's a pity.
Yeah.
Because in our
I mean, they admit it too. They say like, oh, well, you know, they're so jealous when other people speak like language. Like even with me, they're like, oh my God, you're from Russian. Like you're already like a level up because you know 2 languages.
Yeah, maybe 3 and 4. Yeah, some people know. Okay. And also, speaking about the politeness, is it true or fake that everyone is polite and...
Oh, yeah. Everybody's going to be super polite too. But
it's not real.
I mean, they're polite, but they don't really care how your day is going. So, like, if you're going to start talking about your day, actually, they're going to be like... They might be polite enough to say, oh, why? And so on. But they're not going to listen to it, really. And you have to be positive most of the time. So even with your friends, you talk to them and you tell them how your life is going, and as soon it's like it has to be constantly positive, like you're a clown. As soon as you get real and talk about your life and stuff, like people start backing away from you and like, oh yeah, I have something to do, can't meet. So like even like say with our exams, we have to be super positive, like, oh yeah, we got this. It's gonna be great. Yeah, nobody can say like, oh, it's gonna fucking suck. Like this is like we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we can't say that. We have to be super positive because people are gonna be like, oh my God, you're such a negative person.
Yeah, okay. And...
so you can't complain.
It's also a pity because...
I mean,
we can't share our emotions,
that's where the psychological problems are coming from, because they have nobody to share it with, because nobody gives a shit.
Speaking about you, how many years have you lived now in the United States?
Almost 10.
Almost 10, yeah. And do you have really good best friends?
No, not really. I mean, in my opinion, like, they call friends everyone. That's another thing. Like, they'll be like, the person they meet the first day, like, oh, that's my friend.
Yeah, and you can just really spend time, free time. Yeah, you have some people.
Yeah. No, I have people, like, I would consider them acquaintances.
Yeah,
because I'm not going to tell them my dreadful secrets. And, I mean, there are very few people that I can actually talk seriously to. But their habit is they call everybody a friend. Everybody they know. Okay,
as a student, you have some classmates, group mates, and do you have some friendship between students?
Right now we
exists?
Do. Yeah, right now we do. No, definitely. It depends how involved you are with whatever is going on. So, like, in my undergrad, which is bachelor degree, is considered undergrad. Not really, because you go to class from class. Like I said, you can pick your classes, you can pick the times. You go in a class is over, and everybody goes to their own class, and you will never see those people again. So you don't really hardly make any connections. So if you have study groups, sure. If you're in sororities, sure. If you're in any kind of sports, yes. But if you don't do any of that stuff, no. You don't make much friends.
Can you ask for help someone?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you definitely can
And they
ask.
can...
Oh, yeah. Most of the time, they will help you. I mean,
That's great.
In undergrad, like I'm in the grad degree,
Yeah.
right? So,
But before?
yeah, you can ask people and they will actually genuinely help you. Universities have great support. They have tutors that are free.
Yeah,
I was a tutor
about
too.
it. Yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, a tutor, it's some kind of, he's a teacher.
Tutor, well, so
it's,
the university has student tutors. So I was a student tutor. Yeah, I was tutoring chemistry. I was tutoring human anatomy, like gross anatomy. So
I like the system. I think it's really...
Yeah, so like I got an A in a course, so I'm taking a certain test. I'm capable of teaching you, and we get paid. You come into the center anytime you want.
Your work is paid.
Yeah, I get paid. Like I got paid $10 an hour just to sit there, right? Anybody would come and like, here's my homework.
No, it's paid.
No,
That's great.
It's paid. Yeah, we won't be just sitting there like taking our time out of our time. No, I mean you can come up to somebody who's doing really well in the class and you can ask them. They may not help you. In undergrad, they most likely help you like once at least. But if you're constantly like need help, I don't know if they will have time for that. But say in grad degree, everything is a little bit more competitive. So like I can come up to my classmate and a lot of the times they will come up with the excuse, oh, like, I can't do it now. Sure, we'll meet after. And it will never happen. Mm-hmm. It just really, it depends which school you go to, what degree you persuade.
Mm-hmm. Speaking about their school support, how much does they give you support? And I don't know how to say, what can they give you as a support?
Like I said, in undergrad...
Some bonus, I don't know, some...
A lot of the times is like you need to go and look for it. So like you can't just sit there, oh my God, I'm doing so badly, and just sit there. Nobody's gonna like come to your rescue. So you have to take initiative in your own grades. Undergrad, like I said, there's plenty of programs that have tutors. When you're at school, I mean, you pay a lot of money for school. There's plenty of free resources like library, tutors, teachers. You can write your teacher an email and they will answer. Mm-hmm. You can go to your teacher's office hours and they will go over a problem with you. So it's very helpful, really.
Yeah, I think so. Speaking about a relationship between you and teacher, and what is the level of this relationship? I don't know. Can they say that you're not a very good student, as it was in my case when the teacher doesn't like me and she said me directly that I'm not a good student?
No.
Can it happen?
No. So the teachers there are very tolerant and they will either have no opinion of you whatsoever. They might not even know your name. Honestly, it depends on the size of the class. Some classes in some schools, there's more than 200 people in the class. So they don't know your name. Some teachers do take pride in knowing your name. They will know your name. Like in my dental school, everybody knows your name. Even teachers I don't even have yet know my name. But no, nobody will ever come up to you and be like, oh my God, you a piece of shit. Yeah. No, that's never going to happen. They will help you. It
happens in Russia sometimes.
No, that doesn't happen there.
That's my
for
question.
A very good reason, lawsuits. Nobody wants to lose their job. So you might feel some kind of attitude, but usually it's only like if you're a terrible student, and you go and ask for a good grade and then like, why? But generally, if you seek help on time and you talk to them, they're very helpful.
That's great.
They're on your side most of the time. They have no reason to bring you down. Like, people are late to class, come, don't care, listen to music, and teachers don't even say a word about that, which is outrageous to me.
Too much tolerant.
It's outrageous, but yeah, they don't.
Okay. It's interesting. How have you chosen this profession, this kind of profession? What about the choice? And you can say what's your occupation and how did you come up with it?
Yeah, doctor of dental surgery.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what to tell you. First I wanted to decorate cakes. When I went there, I was like, okay, I'm not going to be an English teacher there because obviously everybody else speaks better English than I can. And I was like, okay, I need an education, probably fast. So I was thinking about, I've always liked to draw, create something, do something with my hands. So I wanted it to be artistic for sure. But then at the same time, I kind of wanted to think with my head a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted to decorate cakes, but very soon I realized that was just more of a hobby because you can't really make much money of that. And it's very hard on your body, and you have to go through a culinary school, so you can't just decorate cakes. You have to be a whole cook first before you can specialize in cakes. So for me, it wasn't worth it. And then I was like, okay, what else can I do? I was looking for something fast. I was like,
I will
okay,
be a doctor.
Dental hygiene. No, I was thinking dental hygiene. Dental hygiene is a 2-year program, but it's really hard to get in there. It's extremely hard. You have to do all these things. You have to do 2 years of just the undergrad degree before the 2 years of the hygiene, which I didn't know. And I was like, okay, I might as well just become a doctor, because that's how hard it is to get there. And I've shadowed some doctors, so I followed around some doctors. I watched what they'd done, and I really loved it.
How did you manage to do it?
I really went around the offices like, hey, can I shadow you? It's very normal there.
Yeah.
So because one of the requirements to get into med school or dental school, you have to shadow doctors.
That's really great.
And it's normal there, so they allow you. And a lot of doctors there want to teach you things, and they're so enthusiastic about their professions, especially dentists. They want to teach you. They're so happy about what they do and so passionate about it. So I was very lucky with a dentist who taught me stuff. He allowed me to assist him the second day. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. He just let me do it. It was great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It sounds great.
That was just what I want to do.
Yeah, it's really nice. Спасибо большое за просмотр или прослушивание данного подкаста. Обязательно следите за новостями, будут новые выпуски, надеюсь, очень интересные и захватывающие. Также есть Инстаграм, Lingva-класс, ссылка будет в описании. Я жду вашу обратную связь, может быть, есть отзывы или предложения о новых выпусках. Хорошего дня!